Welcome back. We are us and this. This is the First Berserker, which I think is still being labeled the last Berserker, as the netted file in Vegas. I just wanted you to know that. There may or may not be a quiz on that later. Oh, we're doing that again, huh? Moment, I've got to visit a guy about a thing. Hey there, so... deftly avoided, as they say. That's just not going to accomplish anything. That is actually kind of disappointing to see. Now, I know I saw another guy. So where is he at? Ah. It's kind of cute, actually. I do have options. And then we use it like... Okay. Well, I don't like that at all. Gear. I'm sorry, are you trying to tell me I'm not wearing a ring? Because that's what it looks like you're trying to tell me. Why do I not have a ring? How long have I not had a ring on? How long have we lived in this reality? Because I am beside myself with frustration. Also, this is level 111. What level was the one? Is this the one I always had? Probably not. Based on the fact that this has frontal damage, defense, and attack damage, and this has 329 defense. Okay. The other two aren't particularly good, but by God, I can fix her. Okay, let's see what else we have. So just nothing. Wait, Bishop set. For now. Spirit of advocacy. Advocacy. Where are we and how far have we traveled from the Blade Nexus? So we went through the Plagued guys. I'm heading up to deal with the guy that was lobbing flaming whatever at me. I might have already killed him. I don't know. So I actually need to go back to the crevice and see a blacksmith about some business. Also, why is our item inventory still only 500? Granted, I know I just said only 500, but shut up. Okay, so I didn't. That's only purple. I don't care about that. But see, this might not even be gear. Scroll. Oh, I don't care about that set either, which, well, what can you do? So I have to go back, way back into time. To the crevice, I mean. You guys won't have to deal with that particular part.
Open the gate! It's madness out here! They're tearing each other apart!
And we'll just reconvene here with me being done with whatever it is I'm about to do. And we return. No reason. I just wanted to do a 360 pan. You don't need to think about it. Whoops. He was too close. Wasn't my fault. The sun was in my eyes. My helmet was in my eyes. They got blood on my tassel. Maybe I could shake it out. I'm sure that's the way that works. Well, I took a hit and it cost me 30% of my health. Oh, good. We get to do it again. Except this time, there's a monster. Booyah. Come and get some. Daddy would like a new pair of shoes. Okay. Let's try that again, but without that. this time. Oh, right. I should... Ooh, we got the Radiant Guardian's helm. I also got the armor, which actually has a pretty neat effect. Well, number of effects. Oh, I could have actually spent the soul stones I picked up. I didn't realize. So, did I not put this ring on before I left? I know I did, because I know how to equip things. So why is it that my ring keeps falling off of my finger? Also, as you'll see, the stats I got, it can roll up to 420 defense, and I would have gone for that, but I was very, very low on Lacrima. So most of the stuff, instead of being sacrificed to the blacksmith in order to create more valuable resources to put into later armor and other gear that we're going to craft, I had the old lady break it all down into Lacrima. And I then spent most of that on re-rolling the stuff on this one. So we now have stamina recovery at 7.7%. We have extra damage multiplier, and then we have 34 attack damage. Apparently you can roll attack twice on this now. With composed attack damage, we have an extra 46 damage whenever we're attacking up while we have above 50% stamina. We lose that as soon as we go below that. I really do wish that this was enraged attack damage, because that's where we tend to spend most of our time. But I'll accept it. I would have gone for attack, which was still an option. So I could have just had attack, I think it was 40 something was the cap. So I could have had an extra 40 attack on top of the 46 we get while we're above 50% stamina. I saw damage increase drop and I said, good enough. So as far as our stats are concerned, we currently have 17.8% damage increase, just doing 17% more. I would have said 18, but I don't really care that much. We also have a further multiplier on that damage of 4.2%, or just 4%, or as we in the biz like to say, nothing, because 4% is garbage. I don't know what it's on. I would like to get rid of it, but I'm not going to waste my time. As far as anything else, there's the frontal attack damage, which is going to be worthless because I actually want the rear assault, so we get the 20% extra damage. I'm assuming that's just going to stack additively with the base damage increase we have, resulting in 37, technically 38% extra damage when we hit it from the back. So that's what we want to do most of the time. I would love to have rear assault attack damage on anything I can get it on, but that's just not an option right now. I would also like enraged over composed. The critical and unscathed stuff, the unscathed, I don't know what that's coming from. So that doesn't really matter. It's, given how high its percentage is, it's got to be some sort of an effect from the, maybe a skill or something that we've got a point in. Because it's definitely not a set effect, because the only set we have active is the Bard set. Yeah, so not a lot of good rolls on this other stuff, but really all I care for is getting this stuff up to apparently the violet tier, as I've been calling it, is unique. And I'm assuming the one above that is going to be legendary. Because if it isn't broken, don't fix it. I mean, sure, we can all come up with better rarity names for things, but do you really need those names? I've been thinking about it, so that's why I'm talking about it. I mean, you could spend all of that time and effort renaming something. I mean, sure, go ahead, reinvent the wheel, but it's still just going to be a circle. Let me make sure this. Yeah. It's still just going to be a circle. So why bother going through the trouble of trying to make it sound like it's something different? Ah. Well, I know who gets it. Pop! You think he heard it coming? Oops. He didn't appreciate that joke. Alright. So, I just realized we really want to do the brutal attacks on the enemies from behind. Especially with Moonlight active. Well, once I... Do I have anything I can take a point out of? Here, maybe? Yeah. Really, I can't actually take the point out of that. Okay, I guess. Yep. Want all of that. Also, I still haven't noticed... This is supposed to have the lowest... Well, the quickest charge speed. I don't know if I've noticed a difference. Maybe I have. Because the faster it goes off, the faster the combo with... What is it? Trance works. I can get more shots off, which is always great. That said... Affected by Brink Guard. No. Instead... So now we'll do more damage to enemies if we have Moonlight active and we use a brutal attack on them. And once we do, the brutal attack damage will actually be increased based on how much duration we have left on Moonlight. Now, I know the spear itself isn't particularly meshing well with everything else we've got going on with our style, but I just really wanted to see the Drowned Witch spear. So, yeah. I went ahead and wasted a material for that set on a unique tier spear. And I am not too upset about it. Spear. Oh, I could. Eh, why not? Wow, I did not expect that. You know, I haven't. Well, that's not necessarily true. I did. Oh, that's right. Ooh. So I was going to say I haven't necessarily done anything different, but it feels like we hit harder. We do have the extra. How much was it? The extra 5% damage increase. So there is that. He's in a spot where I can't see it. It's fine. I saw something concerning up ahead, but right now there's something else Never mind. Well, hold on. Always worth a try. You never know until you know. I can't touch the long thing. That's a shame. Plague Resistance Elixir. Let me go ahead and equip that. Okay, and use it. Why not? I'm going to save these for the final boss. I did make some more of the small spirit ores. The material they require, I don't know how to get. So, we're sort of SOL on that. And I don't have a blueprint to make these either. So, that's kind of unfortunate for us. With that, I'm really not comfortable with the idea of removing the lanterns, so you can go. Yeah, I don't care about this at all. I don't understand why these rewards are not worth it. Okay, it's at level 130. Cool, but it's not worth it. One, I'm using a set piece in this particular slot, so next. Oops. Same with this one. I'm using a set piece. It's not an option. It's also going to be not maximum rarity. So, as cool as it is to have it at unique, it's not what I'm assuming is legendary. So, oh yeah, I don't care about that either. Guardian Knight set? Guardian Knight set. I think I saw the Guardian set effects, or what the set effects were, but I'm not entirely sure. I saw a lot of stuff while I was busy rearranging the stats on the other stuff. Yeah, I thought I saw something distressing. So I could try to get a backstab on this guy, but it's not going to work. Furthermore, I don't expect him to be alone. Instead, I would much rather get a headshot. Oh. He's... just going to walk on past. 15K. I'll take that. So what do you do if you can't actually reach me? Just keep shooting. I admire the gall. Oh, I'm collecting plague. Neat. Oh, wait. I noticed the resistance potion isn't doing much in this particular case. Come on. You're a big, brave boy, and you're beautiful to boot. And stupid. I almost missed the timing. I don't know why, but... oh, right, he does that. But he turned around. Most distressing. So... either I can waste resources trying to outlast Plague, or I can just use this. Oh, the stinky little diary.
Protected us, but where is he now?
Oh, right. About the helmet, if you're curious for some weird reason. Here it is. I made the dragon scale helm. Just so I'd be able to wear it. As a cosmetic. I was going to wear another one and go with the whole Dragoon theme, but then I saw that helm among the sets I was able to craft, and, well, I just had to. Thankfully, I only spent some keen ore rather than actual set material, expecting a trap here. Oh, I didn't even have to do that. It's fine, I can make more keen ore pretty easily. I will say, the set overall has a whole Goblin Slayer thing that I just enjoy. And maybe that's what they were going for, I don't know. But it sure is neat. Oh, speaking of weapons, I'm sure I mentioned a weapon sometime in the last 15 minutes. Speaking of weapons, do I even have... no, I don't have enough to even upgrade. You know what I really want to see in a game? actual hand-to-hand combat. Include.
I'm going to die here defending this crappy gate.
Where are you? Hello?
General Khazan? Shit. Is that really you? Aren't you supposed to be dead? What are you, a ghost? You remember me, yeah? Lantimos, Squire to Commander Scalpel. Good work getting here too late. There's plague inside the gate and all these madmen on the loose.
I don't know why he's informing me of this. I already know. I bathed in them on my way here. I guess we can ask him if he's noticed anything suspicious, besides the raving lunatics afflicted with plague.
Princess Alina has been in and out of here a couple of times. There were rumors about the two of them having a fling. People talk crap about them being made for each other, but there was definitely something else going on. Those two were up to something.
Okay. In case you're wondering, I assume that he is talking about General Scalpel, who we will probably be taking the spear to in just a moment. What is this? Visar's disk fragment. It unlocks the underground. Yeah, it's definitely a part of the Aldavir disk fragment. So it's just a disk fragment. And then it mentions where it was discovered. Noted. Good, because I would have hated to have gone to Aldavir like I was planning to. Looking all over the place for the rest of the fragments. I'm assuming there's one more piece remaining, and it's going to be discovered in some later place. Only to discover it's named the Aldavir disk fragment because that's where I found it. And not because they're all going to be there. So, that's cool. I'm glad I'm discovering that now. Because this way, I'm not frustrated going into a boss fight. You need a clear head when you're about to get it crushed. And not by a hot goth girl's thighs. The only way to truly have your head crushed. I don't see anything wrong here. I mean, maybe there are an unhealthy number of spikes on his chain, but aside from that, everything here looks kosher. So can I go? That's a coffin.
Skull?
No.
No. Not you too.
I'm going to be honest, that went on for way too long. Dang it. Dang it. Too early. That's unnerving. Stop that. Sir? Dang it. God dang it. I mean, I saw it coming, and I had no idea what it was. Again? Toro! Toro! Uh-oh. He tried to put me in the box. I've seen this before. I don't remember the name of that character, though. If any of you have played Smite before, that'll look incredible. He's over there fighting the wall. If any of you have played Smite before, that will have looked like a particular character's ultimate. I can't remember the guy's name, but if you know who I'm talking about. If not, well, this Fade to Black is for you.
Scalpel, do not try to resist me.
Traitor! I know what you did to General Khazan.
You don't. You have no idea how much I care for him.
Care? Sending him into exile? Is that your idea of caring for him?
You will understand better when you embrace my new reality.
Sure, I'll take on a third one. Why not?
His name. Tell me, Phantom.
Ozma. It was him all along. Rejoice. Our missions are now the same. That's better. So, we're now mortal.
We find this master of chaos.
And look good doing it. By the way, let me just say, I resent having to use as many of the Soul Tearstone shards as I did, but by God, it was worth it. That was actually a really good fight. I had him dead to rights so early on. The clip I'm going to leave in of me getting him just close to killing him in his first phase. And then I beat him. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find that. I'm going to look for that particular clip and try to keep that in. And then I finally beat him, and I'm like, yeah, that was pretty easy. Fool that I was. I bet I did not actually. I was too busy muting YouTube and everything, since I watched that while I'm dealing with the bosses. And I had taken my eyes off the screen. I only saw something happen out of the corner of my eye as I was turning the camera in the game. And so I walked away from the coffin. It didn't even occur to me that I might be getting set up for a bamboozle among bamboozles. And then he erupted out of the coffin, and I wanted to give them a round of applause. It's not like it's that uncommon of a thing for game devs to do, but it did catch me off guard. I mean, I guess you could say shame on me for letting it catch me off guard, but I was a little distracted, having been happy to finally have beaten him. I was a little frustrated at that point that it had taken me so long to finally get back to a point where I could beat him. And then, as you saw, I could basically come really close to just perfect dodging every single thing he threw at me. Oh, and that particular mode of his where he gets on top of the coffin. Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. Only one time did I ever let him, unintentionally of course, finish charging it. And then he got to unleash his full arsenal after that. Only one time. And I hated it. So as you will have seen, I stayed in hugging range of him to make sure that I would always be in range to get him off of that. And then I realized you can interrupt him from getting onto it at all. Well, entirely. And all you have to do is when he plants it on the ground to hit you, in an attempt to hit you, and then just leaves it there, holding it up, hit him. And of course, he's going to counterattack after getting hit. And I get hit by that because despite knowing it's there, I'm sort of going all in on him, even though I know better. So I get hit by it, and yet I keep him out of the crazy coffin mode because I don't like that wild ride. And that brings us here, talking to Tyrion Lannister?
Commander Scalpel.
Yeah.
A good man. Or so we thought. It was messing about with that princess that did it. Ever since he met her in Rebellion, everything changed.
Is he jealous of vagina? Because it sounds an awful lot like he's jealous of vagina.
I overheard them talking sometimes, and they were definitely plotting something.
Also, that's something he said already. I've heard that entire spiel already. I definitely heard him talk about that already. I actually want to kill him for that. So, I did a bit of an oopsie. I did not return to the crevice as I usually do. I was so focused on the idea of killing Tyrion Lannister there that I completely forgot that we need to go to the crevice to make sure there aren't any side missions that just happen to occur.
Stop, mortal. That painting. There's something strange about it.
That much is obvious. There's nothing else here. Now, if there was more to the actual level itself, I would call you a little crazy, but... Oh, good, finally. And then it just disappears. Yeah. Yeah, this outfit looks nice. And just so we're clear, yeah, I have a hard-on for the idea of being able to stagger an opponent and deal damage to their stamina / stance and get rewarded for it by it not replenishing and getting them into exhaust that much faster.
Is the master of chaos. Good.
Ooh.
Ozma, we must leave now. We've found the sword. It is the only thing that can restore our power and destroy ghosts. We feel its energy. Quickly, mortal. We need it.
So, we're definitely going to do that.
Find them. Now you are strong enough. Tell me, what do you require more soul stones to unlock more effects?
And through the angry red hole.
Revellion. That's supposed to be the Empire's crown jewel, right? I heard you can watch the princess perform there.
She does it publicly? What? Why didn't anyone tell me? Do they sell tickets? Is it free? Do you just show up and if you're lucky, she chooses you out of the crowd? Oops. I see that all of the stuff up here is purple or unique now.
I can't believe he would do that to Scalpel. The hero who fought alongside us against Ismar is dead. Just how far did you fall, Ozma?
I would say into the depths of chaos. Does
I
that
can't believe the hit.
suffice?
If Lantimos is right, we should be able to uncover some of Ozma's secrets in Rebellion. The princess might also know something. We should head to Rebellion and find out what happened to Scalpel.
Ooh.
General, there are still corruptors on the loose in Vizar. Vizar was Scalpel's pride and joy. I can't imagine how he'd feel seeing it now. And what of the Vizar Sentinels? Commander Scalpel trained them himself. Where are they now? There must be some survivors. If you can find even one, they would be a great asset, General.
Ozma has the ability to destroy souls.
Well, incidentally. That's not his actual goal. How do you not know that?
I can't believe I ever helped him. What a fool I was. Necromancy may deal with the dead, but it's based on understanding the soul, communicating with it.
Did any of the souls ever communicate the will to not be resurrected against their will? Huh? You never asked? Funny that.
He never told me what he really wanted. He lied to me, right from the start. And I believed him.
Well, you are a dark elf. I'm going to assume that didn't happen to you accidentally. I will grant you, she was probably born one. But I'm going to assume she was originally an elf. And then dark elf happened to her. Not up, we go down.
Got anything you need, Ford?
So, we finally know who's responsible for the chaos. But the real question is, how he learned of this power.
I was going to try and make a joke, but I can't figure out how to frame it. It was going to involve looking under her dress or some manner of sexual innuendo involving Granny there, but I couldn't figure it out. And so that is going to bring us to the end of yet another episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We would have spent a little more time together, but I lost about an hour and a half to 2 hours to that boss. Not even to his second form. Though I definitely do appreciate that even though his stamina was basically infinite, he was dying over time. That was kind of them. I do definitely appreciate that. But as I was saying, the first phase was actually harder. The second one was just the first one, but with a few more bells and whistles. Also, the ranged sword attack that he would do on occasion, I had dealt with that with the first phase after accidentally letting him, I guess, get charged up. He would take a ride on the coffin for too long, I suppose. Though, if you did knock him out of the coffin mode before he got charged, he would lose I guess, whatever enhancement he was gaining from dealing damage to you. So there was that. Whereas otherwise, he would just... You could run out of the range of it, too. And then he'd do a charging attack at you. But he'd keep all of the charge that he'd gained up to that point. Which is not really good. Especially depending on how much of it he had accrued at that point. Anyway. That is to say, I did enjoy the boss. Not because he could be staggered, but because it... I don't really know. I did enjoy the fight. I don't know why. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.